These are the top 5 habits that have helped me generate over $450,000 in profit and allowed me to travel the world 8 months straight living off of a passive income. Habit number 1. Master one thing. Many years ago, I remember being told this amazing story about a journalist who was going to be interviewing a multi-millionaire for his article about becoming successful and making a lot of money. This was a really exciting opportunity for the journalist because this particular multi-millionaire wasn't famous. He was living under the radar, having made millions and millions of dollars without making a fuss about it. Now, the journalist, being very excited about the opportunity, brought a completely empty block and a tape recorder so that he could note down everything this multi-millionaire was about to teach him. Once the journalist arrived at the multi-millionaire's mansion, walking past all of the fancy cars and everything, they sat down together to begin the article. So the journalist, excited like a little kid, ready to take notes like he'd never taken notes before, started off by asking, "Okay, so let's begin with your first advice." To his surprise, the multi-millionaire says, "I only have one thing to teach. Find something that you can make money off of. Focus on that thing, do that thing only, and never stop. If you focus on mastering one single thing, you will be the best there is at that single one thing. And that is all there is to it." And amazingly enough, during their 1-hour meeting, that one single thing, that one advice that said, "Master one thing and never stop doing it," that was the only note the journalist took during their entire meeting. Now, me personally, who was a full-time working personal trainer with no expertise and no experience in the digital world whatsoever, I remember hearing this story and being so incredibly blown away by it, thinking, okay, so I'm just gonna find that one thing, learn it, focus on it, stay consistent with it, master it, and do nothing else. I'm just gonna find that one thing. I'm gonna master one thing. I was completely blown away, but then and there I remember I made a decision. Well, luckily for me, I actually stuck to my word, and that one thing that came up for me was online courses. So that is what I decided to stick with, and fast forward a couple of years later to today, and I've made over $450,000 in profit from selling online courses. And by the way, I have a free training down in the description if you want to learn how to do the same thing. But the bottom line is, this habit seriously works. Master one thing. It's all I focused on. Luckily for me, I actually stuck to that advice and made it into a habit, and it has really paid off. Master one thing. Habit number 1 is probably the most important habit you could ever learn to be successful in business. Moving on to habit number 2. Consistency. The truth is, there will be good days and there will be bad days. There will be fast days and there will be slow days. But the bottom line is, it doesn't matter. The work that needs to be done is going to be the same. It's important to realize that it's never about how much you suffer or how little you suffer. The only thing that is important is that you get the work done. So remember, your emotions are like the weather, and you don't try to control the weather because it's pointless. The same goes for your emotions. There will be great days, there will be bad days. Doesn't matter. Don't try to control it, it's pointless. Realize that the work that needs to be done needs to get done. No point in suffering more, no point in suffering less. Just stay consistent, get the work done. That's all there is to it. Habit number 3. Work smart, not hard. As a new entrepreneur, you need to be prepared to sacrifice your time to build up something successful and profitable. But once you start getting even a little bit of success, those roles start to change. So instead of being prepared to sacrifice your time, you need to be prepared to sacrifice money in order to actually free up your time. Jeff Bezos, I think that's how it's pronounced, the founder of Amazon, said it best. He said that his role isn't to make thousands of decisions, it's to make a couple of very important decisions. They're few, but they're very important. And that is working smart. You need to make sure that as an entrepreneur, you're spending your time on the things that will actually give you growth and success. Your time is so incredibly valuable, so don't waste it on working hard. Instead, put it into working smart. Only do the work that will really lead to your growth and to your success. Habit number 4. Stick to a fitness routine. Time and time again, we hear about these entrepreneurs who sacrifice their health for their success. The problem with that is that they're only playing the short-term game. If you want to be in this for the long run, you need to understand that your health is important and you can't sacrifice that. So it's important that you find and stick to a fitness routine. Even if it's something small like taking a 30 minutes walk every day or working out at the gym or at your local park 3 times a week, that still accumulates over the years, and as the years go by, you will thank yourself because you will still be in the entrepreneur and business game because you took care of your health. And I'm not just saying that because I'm an ex-personal trainer, I'm saying that as a current entrepreneur who knows what it's like to sometimes spend 16-hour days, 7 days a week. Seriously, your health is so important, don't throw it away. Sacrificing your health for your success is the short-term game. Play for the long term, focus on your health. Habit number 5, stick to a sleep routine. All of these no pain, no gain, sleeping less to get an edge over your competitors, or the 5 a.m. club, those are all fantastic for the ego, but they're not really fantastic for your success as an entrepreneur. The thing with sleeping is that sleeping isn't linear. Sleeping has different phases during different parts of the night. Now here's the important thing that you need to know. The last phase of your sleep is called REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep. It's the type of sleep that helps your brain recover for more creativity, for more balance, basically for better functioning. It's also sometimes known as your dreaming sleep. Now the problem with sleeping 6 or 7 hours instead of say 8 hours is that we think that we're only cutting off a small piece of our total sleep time and a small piece of our recovery that we can spend into being productive, right? The problem is that's not really true. Since REM sleep happens during the last phase of your sleeping, that means that sleeping 1 or 2 hours less per night, that is 6 or 7 hours instead of 8, you're shortcutting yourself between 60 to 90% of your total REM sleep. That is 60 to 90% less brain recovery and brain functioning that you could have had by simply sleeping more. And remember, this is all about working smart. If you're serious about your growth and your success as an entrepreneur, you need to give yourself the best possible opportunity to be creative, to be focused, and to be smart about your decisions. Now, cutting out 60 to 90% of your brain functioning and brain recovery each night, that is not being smart about it. Seriously, don't skip out on your sleep. If you can do your 8 hours, do your 8 hours every single night. I promise you, you will thank yourself for it. So the takeaway is, since Jeff Bezos is sleeping 8 hours per night, we probably should be too. So remember, create a sleeping routine and do your hours each night. Super important. So if you're looking to become a successful entrepreneur and you're wondering what that master one thing habit should be about, well, I can only speak from experience, but for me, the most effective business model there is out there are online courses. And because of this, I have a completely free training down in the description where I will show you my entire 10-step system to build up the $450,000 that I've made in passive income with online courses. So if you want to learn how to do just that, go down into the description, click on that link, and the entire training is yours completely for free. And if you're serious about it, then stick to it. Remember, habit number 1, master one thing. Whatever it is, stay consistent with it and master it. If you can make money with it and you can stick to it, you are going to thank yourself later because you will be successful. And if you would rather stay here with me, I'm super happy to have you. All you need to do is click right here and we'll see each other in the next video. Did you click yet? You're still here. Let me guide you. You click right here. Hi, Mom. Hey, this is Mom. So click on the video. I'll see you later. Bye. Yeah, Mom, I'm good. Mom.